Hi, I'm Jolene.
Hi, I'm JJ.
Hello, I'm Paul.
I am Elle.
It's really awesome to be part of this history of Sundlaugin. Everyone's pumped up to hear what the album finally sounds like.
We booked the studio for 8 days. The first 3 days we spent on writing the songs, and the next 5 will be spent to record them. I've never really had the opportunity and experience to just be here, immersed in the crazy views and the crazy weather.
I think it's something very special because back home we all have very different schedules and we are at different seasons of our lives, and it's not easy. Feeling grateful to be here.
Today is our first day at this studio called Sundlaugin. Nicholas, how's it pronounced?
Sundlaugin.
Sundlaugin. So the band motifs are here. What we're doing today is just trying out some of the instruments, which we cannot find in Singapore, and a lot of them are very vintage. The studio is actually owned by the keyboardist of Sigur Rós. It used to be an old swimming pool which the band Sigur Rós took over and turned it into their own recording studio. I thought it'd be nice for everyone to be here and just be inspired by Iceland and also by the culture, the people, the music that is around here or from here. And from there, we'll just figure out how the songwriting will go.
So we came here with none of our personal equipment, none of our favorite guitars, and we just had to make do with the plentiful of vintage options that we have here.
Okay, you have to sustain. So press right then. Okay, now.
All of us are pretty much Sigur Rós fans. It was almost like a playground where you have this whole room that's just full of guitars. There's this whole room full of synths, modular. There's even a grand piano here.
I zoom in on the basses. There were a fine selection of 6 to 7 basses. Sounds really nice, like how I like my bass to sound. Warm, woolly, cozy, like a warm hug.
So I'm gonna build my pedals with this 3. This is a compressor, this is a fuzz pedal, and this is a distortion pedal. Let's see if it works. I don't like the sound of the synth patch yet. I think it's very synthetic. Maybe we can replace the with like a lot of real equipment here, like organic instruments.
Yeah.
Then we run it through the space echo to get that sound.
Is it like the actual piano?
Yeah, like we can say like something to kind of like get that.
There's a lot to play here, I think.
Yeah.
The instruments. Tomorrow, the suggestion was to just tighten up the 2 new songs that we've done instead of writing a new one, so that at least we are tight for recording. If we want to complete, for example, an album, we still have those songs back home that we could do. But I mean, since we're here already, we might as well just do 5 songs sadly instead of do more songs closely, right? Because when Stingweed is like, you know, we have the 1 viral record, this one has the luxury of isolating each instrument so that we could still play together and then record together lah. Nonetheless, if we're not happy with our own parts, we could still edit it in like what we do as Stingweed lah, just record it isolated. Okay. Yeah.
Hey guys, summer in Iceland hits differently. You can hear the cows in the background. Sunny weather. Today we are going to continue writing songs in the studio. We had a major storm yesterday, which we almost died by. But then luckily I was in the car because I prayed and then everything was okay. But yeah, today is a much better day. It's not very cold. It's like I think 0.
First 2 days, they tried to get the songs together and like come up with the arrangement. At least the first day it was songs that they've already like brought from Singapore. But I think along the way, as they got more comfortable, then they started to come up with newer ideas.
Maybe you can just track me and then I'll just add. Yeah, I want to add this like. And then.
Say something? Can you see if you hear that?
Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
The challenges of recording to tape this time around, it's going to be the first time for them.
No, not loud enough.
There's always going to be a latency, so like hearing themselves might be a little bit hard. And that's for my part. I have to try and figure out what's the best way for them to hear themselves in real time as well. Yeah, editing is a little bit tricky because you're getting the signal after the tape machine, so after the delay, and you let it come to the digital world before you do all your edits.
JC recorded our first album when he was interning with Leonard in Stingweed. He's been working at Village Studios in LA for 3 years, and he's recording our second album in Iceland. I think that's fucking crazy.
I didn't expect an instrumental song. We tried like 1 or 2 demos, but it never came to fruition. No? When I heard this, I was telling Bart and Els also like, hey, actually this one sounded like what we wanted to achieve. This one shows a bit more maturity in the songwriting. The grand piano was a nice touch. It's like a deluxe version of the first album, Dawn.
You want to leave the cymbals in there or you don't mind taking it out?
I can take out also.
Wait, can we play again? There's a one part that we can take out. Right? We can actually keep.
No, because cymbals got decay.
Oh, got decay.
Can't just take one.
Okay, can we try play the whole thing without the drum part for the solo? Today marks the day 1 of recording in Sundlaugin Studio. So we just had everything set up and with all the IEM systems in place. And it's quite surreal that we wrote 3 new songs within the first 3 days of us just acclimatizing to this very, very cozy studio.
There's a lot of energy into the new tracks. A lot of the old stuff is quite chill and very peaceful, but this is very chaotic and very like noisy, very heavy. So I think sustaining my energy throughout the day was pretty tough.
Can you, the last part, right? Just come once and like slide.
Okay. JJ, you play clean.
Okay.
We just want to get the tone first.
So instead of 2 notes, I just play 1 note. Okay, I try.
JJ, play clean first.
Okay.
The instrumental was written quite a while back by Baju, and then we all like it and got our parts down because he wrote the full structure, so it's easy to work with.
I like the last slide. I don't know.
Then I remember that there's this band I really like, Lower Town. They once posted an Instagram post saying that they wrote a song entirely based on words from like a newspaper article. So I opened my cupboard and took out this huge binder of bills, letters from debt collectors. And then there was one letter from a credit card company, Diners Club. So I thought about all these people sending the letters and what kind of lives they live. So I wanted this song to be able to be sung from the perspective of a wait staff at the diner, or one of the secretaries sending out the letters. I wrote the first part of the song, and then the next day I was really tired from work, so I channeled that dreary salaryman energy into the second verse, which helped.
Nice. Hey.
Well done, JC. Well done.
Okay, so one of a classic drum machines is this Korg Rhythm 55, used by many interesting bands like Cocktail Twins, The Cure, Eraser, a lot of electronic music, a lot of alternative music. So we were really excited to use this as part of our newest record as well.
Today is day 3 of recording in Sundlaugin Studios. Day 1 we hit drums. Day 2 we managed to record most of Elspeth's guitar parts. And today we're gonna focus on JJ's lead guitars and my rhythm guitars. We are setting up for a lo-fi song that we wrote, I think 2 or 3 days ago here.
On the third day, we wrote the lo-fi song. And then I was just like singing over it. And then I was like, okay guys, this is gonna be part 2 of August 16. It's when they bump into each other like many years later. Because in August 16 there is Will You Be Here When We Are Older? Watch the window lose its glow. And then in this song I was like, oh, the night goes on, we're older now. So it's like wait, are you someone I know? Which is from that song. Yeah, I think it's cute that they come as a pair now.
When we were recording and writing the songs, there were a lot of references to a lot of the bands that we like My Bloody Valentine, Slow Dive, and even like Cigar Rose. The process was really interesting because on top of just writing the songs, there was a lot of experimentation in the pedals that I played.
Maybe in Another Dream were inspired by 2 songs that sound very different from what it is now. The songs are Ceilings by Local Natives and Safe in Your Skin by Title Fight. And then I was like, oh yeah, these chords are so nice. So then it went into my brain and I came out with the dun 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 dun. One of my favorite bands, Me Without You. And in Julia, there's this line that goes, out beyond ideas of right and wrong is a field. Will I meet you there? Which they took from a Sufi poet. So then I wrote a line that was inspired by that, which is, in a field where reason falls away, right and wrong cease to be. Did you find all you were looking for? Would you then still think of me?
we've been working for like 2 months. Several iterations, several riff ideas. Some of the inspirations I got was from Radiohead also.
I managed to record down all my rhythm guitar parts and my synth lines. It was pretty seamless because we had JC and Nick to facilitate the whole recording process. I think the challenges that I faced during recording was 2 particular songs that required me to use a fast pedal. So I brought my favorite fast pedal, which is from Way Huge. But then when you pair it up with the Softec amp and running it to the studio monitors, the sound was quite thin. So I had to swap it out with one of Sundlaugin's house pedals, and I think it made up for the lack of body in my tone. I'm quite excited to see how it will sound like with the vocals being done today.
I am ready. I've exercised and warmed up. If the cold doesn't get to me, I'll be fine.
Heavy is the air took damn fast. In terms of the lyrics, I think in less than half an hour it was done. So when we came in, Els was just singing and then doing some noodling on the guitar, and then she was just like using her phone. Then we thought like, what's happening? And then she just said, oh, I'm done in the lyrics. It's my favorite track because of the meaning behind it and the inspiration that led to it. That one will have special significance for me because it also speaks about my kid.
Iceland has been amazing so far. I'm not trying to BS, but it's the best. It's just so open and free. The nature, the sights, the sounds. It's just been amazing.
I've never seen snow my whole life. I've never seen snow fall from the sky. And I think it's even crazier that we're at this place and we're making music.
If you look closely at the new lyrics that we have, there was a lot of inspiration around these elements actually. Being here, the environment kind of changes around us, and there was a lot of introspection in the way that our music are written. In that studio, there was also a lot of memorabilia. So many books, so many pieces of musical history, and I even picked out a biography of Sigur Rós. I read it. It really helped to shape up the way that I've been writing music for these few days.
Katan from Sigur Rós. So I got to use his pedal for our songs here. It's quite surreal.
Oh my god! I am going to this nerdy shop that sells sci-fi books and D&D and Magic the Gathering cards. I'm gonna buy a Magic the Gathering deck. I'm so excited, and then I'm gonna go book shopping.
Hey Nick, what's good? Can you tell us some Singaporean words that you have learned?
No, I won't say that. No. No, I cannot. Congratulations on the recordings.
Thank you so much for helping out.
Nice to meet everyone. You're last tech.
The idea of having the whole band in a room together and being able to record together, like that's something that we just can't do in Singapore, be it because of space constraints or workflow constraints, machinery constraints. There's always some kind of compromise that we have to do when we're back home. Over here, there are enough isolation booths, there are enough amps, there are enough microphones, there are enough preamps. The recording capabilities are also expanded exponentially. I don't think there's one that's more inspiring than that because everyone feeds off the energy of one another. Everyone can see each other. You know, no one is actually isolated like physically. That you can all be in the same space and kind of like jam out together, rock out together, and that just brings out a different kind of performance.
A lot of it was Badru or JJ or Paul. Like they would strum a few chords, they would do a pattern. A lot of our songwriting this time round, at least for me, is very impromptu. It's very energy based. It's a lot of like your vibe and my vibe, and I'm trying to match that.
One of the working dynamics that I really appreciate is everybody's input is heard and valued. We believe in collective effort. Everybody will add their own flair and their own interpretation of the songs into it.
We have all surpassed our own expectations because we were so stressed on the lead up to this trip. We were very scared that we couldn't do it. So then we negotiated it down to just like the 2 songs that we felt most ready for, which was pre-written. But then when we came here, suddenly we came out with 3 songs on the spot.
Leonard did tell us like, wow, you come here, you can write, you'll be very inspired. Personally, I was like, I want to find out whether it's really true. Really true. We didn't expect to churn out that number of songs in 3 days. I think the main recurring theme here is like you really come back and then you got inspiration.
I wake up, I come to the studio, we bang some stuff out, we eat some good food, walk around, and then we come back and then we bang out more stuff.
By the looks of it, we enjoy being around each other. Over here, it's like you're able to come up with something pretty much organically.
Yeah, this is a very rare opportunity. None of us ever thought we would get to do this. I never thought I would be in a band with all these people. Like 5 of us are like the most important thing. So I'm just grateful that I have them, and like the only thing that's keeping this band going is the fact that all 5 of us want to do it. See, Webster's 3rd New International Dictionary. I've read the first 2 dictionaries already.
How is it?
And that's why I'm so fucking smart.
What have you learned?
I have learned all the words in the world. Webster told me not to share too much.
What?
You can do it next.
They're saying that I should call you a chibai.